Welcome back to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We've been coming to you live from the Nasdaq Felix Options Trading Floor as we do each quarter for quadruple witching options expiration. Joining me for this segment is Steve O. He's the head of ETF listings and business development at Nasdaq and also a fan favorite. We're going to talk about the Charles Schwab study, which made the news this week, particularly around millennial investors and their usage of ETFs. Gives us some background on that.
Sure, and thanks for having me again, Jill. Always happy to support. And so regarding the investor survey, it's an annual survey that Schwab does every year for the last 8 years. They work with an independent research firm, and they do a survey of about 1,500 ETF investors that are between the ages of 25 to 75, have at least 25,000 in investable assets, and they're broken down into 4 age groups. And what the survey is finding in terms of ETFs are 2 trends. One is the growth of ETF adoption, and secondly is that younger investors are leading the charge.
Why do you think younger investors are using ETFs over single stocks?
Sure, I'd say a couple of major factors there. One is that younger investors have grown up in an age where they've been taught the benefits of low-cost, diversified, long-term investing. And the second thing is the ease of access. Access in terms of they lead busy lives. And so a lot of ETF platforms that use technology such as robo-advisors have been using ETFs. And then secondly as well is that a lot of mutual fund strategies have minimum requirements and loads, whereas ETFs are easier to accommodate smaller investments.
All right. And how is the dynamic impacting the asset management business?
Sure. A couple of things there as well is one is within product development and marketing. So trying to find out product strategies that are in favor by younger investors, as well as also marketing to that audience. Nasdaq has been supporting ETF issuers in both those fronts. The index department at Nasdaq works with ETF issuers to create new products. And then on the ETF listing side, we're using all of our available resources to help target the audience, especially the Nasdaq audience that loves tech, that loves new innovations, that loves ETFs.
All right. And why should all ETF investors, what should they be looking for over the coming years? Because they've been really popular over the past couple, but I would imagine that's a trend that's not going to stop.
Sure. I'd say one big area that's coming is ESG. I think younger investors really have made socially responsible causes a big part of their lifestyles. And there's a strong interest in seeing the investment industry, take a stronger stance around ESG topics. And so there's been a lot of conversations and product launches, but we see that space to be a big space coming forward.
All right. And to wrap up, any final words of wisdom for ETF investors?
Sure. We have now over 2,000 ETFs listed in the United States, and they're becoming more complex in terms of strategy. And so, I would recommend and caution investors to educate themselves, really understand and look into what you're investing in to make better investing decisions with ETFs.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me. And thank you for joining me throughout the day. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.